we, the nation builders. Because of course, the world order is not the same with what is in heaven. So we are supposed to build the world order in such a way that it is an exact replica of what we have in heaven. If you look at great kingdoms, let me divert a bit. If you look at great kingdoms, I can tell you certainly that you see most kingdoms that you see today that all of us want to go to, they were built on very, very strong spiritual principles. If Donald Trump were to speak to the US Army, you say, oh, no, you guys are this. What's the next thing we mention? God bless America. And we've been hearing God bless America since God has been blessing America because the founding fathers of those lands founded it on the pillar of Christ. That's why America will continue to be there. Egypt used to be a world power, I hope you guys know. And Egypt enslaved people of God. Most Egyptians are maybe large now a Muslim country, but they used to be idol worshippers and all sorts. Where are they now? Look at UK. UK housed the Catholic Church. It used to be the UK and Italy used to be the base of the Catholic Church back then. The Catholic Church used to command the kingdoms. Whatever they say is what they go through, is what they do. Norway, which were UK for hundreds of years, they never won. Because they will tell you that they are God's own kingdom. They don't even call themselves a nation, because they say the kingdom. How did England somehow find a way to put 4 countries under its sovereignty? 4 under, and the Queen of England is still the one, or the King of England, whoever it is as the case may be, is still the one that commands all 4 nations. Why? Because England used to be the seat of power. Of course, England colonized us. Are you following me now? You need to understand that an untrained child becomes an untrained departmental president in the future, becomes an untrained local government chairman, becomes an untrained governor, and eventually becomes an untrained president. And because whoever was his pastor when he was a child failed to put the right values inside of him, all of us will suffer for it. See, let me tell you something. If all of us fail to rise, you think nation building is a joke. Another person that was not taught to be a nation builder will raise their children, and their children will kill your children. The people that are killing people now, they are people's children. If you think it's a joke, they are children, and it's not only in Nigeria. There are children that will just stand up in the US and go as heads, and they just come and they bring a dead body. This happen. If you think it's a joke, no problem. In the future, even if it doesn't happen to you, you will think it can happen to you until it happens to you. February this year, I was going home from work. Beautiful day. Had a great day at work. I was moving on the express and all of that. There was a blind spot as I was coming the trailer. I was coming forward, passing one way, the next thing. That was it. I was supposed to 3 weeks. I was supposed to die. If I show you the crash, you will tell me this, there is no way traffic is supposed to go. And then you decide to put a trailer opposite that same way. Somebody somewhere failed to train that man. That's why you think it. Somehow you just want to cheat the way. A security guard packs you, is not asking assign anything for your boy. Nobody wants to work diligently. Now it might look like Nigeria is the way everybody wants to leave the country. But wherever it is you are going to, you will see your commission team. If you go to the UK today, it was written that you go to the UK. You are supposed to go to the UK and build the nation. For this service to work, you need to understand that there's somebody on the keyboard, there are minstrels, there is somebody on the camera, there is me, I'm speaking currently. Somebody makes sure that chair is working. So let us assume this is the nation. I am doing the job, she's doing the job, he's doing the job. The person that is probably with the chain is doing the job. The protocol guy is doing the job. This mindset is doing his job. So you have a place. You don't have to be the president. You are sent. You have a purpose in the nation or wherever it is you have found yourself. And it is not by error. You were sent to that place to build that nation. Failure to people around you will suffer. People after you will suffer, and it will continue like that. And then when you get to heaven, you say, oh God, I want 10,000 souls, I want 1 million souls. All of those souls are perishing. And you know something? Let's go on with God's prayer. How on earth is it that when Jesus Christ said that the kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven? What did he say next? What is the correlation between the kingdom and food? If you think the economy is not important, you are a joker. A hungry man cannot preach.
Yes, sir.
You can't preach. I'm telling you what, you cannot preach. Imagine a monk, I don't even know what to eat this morning, but you will not be telling me that come and teach something. Teach Bible. Let's be honest. If I ask, and I'm not trying to make anybody feel somehow. If I ask all of us here, let us, if you have up to 100,000 in your account currently, raise your hand. It will be as if I want to shame you. Because even me, when I was a student, I didn't have 100,000. Yes, now. Today, you know now. Peace. You know, I'm being honest. But you know the difference is this. Jesus Christ. Okay. But you see, here's the problem. This current generation, I will tell you as well that is way more blessed than when we are all the same. But see, this new wave of believers, this new young set of believers, they are more blessed than when we were coming up. Do you know why? Because then, if you want to listen to Apostle Selman, we used to look for the Apostle Church, any new message. We'll be looking for it up and down. Who has Selman's message? I remember saying it was when coming up. Small there. So you have I made this message. You should listen to it. All of us will sit down and listen to one message and we'll share it and we'll listen to it like 4-5 times because there was no abundance of it. Big things, maybe you just go to German night or Disney night or so. That was what we had. We had to dig for treasure. But you guys have something that's giving you back month on month. Just people saying, this man has done the programming. Month on month. So it's a fake. It should be impossible for you guys to still be like this. I'm sorry, but I think we need to get serious. The world is failing. And my place of work is right now, it's a problem if you're excelling. I'm a current place of work. I work in a particular team, and then I contribute, when we are 5, and I contribute about 60% of the team's numbers. Do you understand? And then the others do the rest. And then at the point, I just told my superior that I think my time is done, I want to move elsewhere. And that was the problem. And then if you understand what it means to wage war, the man has been waging war on me from that day. The day I mentioned it, that day became a problem. Just because I feel like my time is done. Now, assuming that man was at least a Christian that believes in, Christians who believe in moving forward, in, excelling, and that believes in excellence. Oh, beautiful, no problem. Okay, just stay with us for a month or two so that you can build up someone else and then you can move to another thing. No. He frustrated me until I now have to escalate to the GMD and tell the GMD that I want to move elsewhere. Eventually, can I show you? I was not able to go to the thing that I wanted to go to. I have to go to another place. But of course, I'll leave. I'm too equal to stay. Do you understand? That's as simple as it is. If God wanted me to go and do something in that thing, because somebody, one Baba somewhere that was supposed to be in that position, one man that was supposed to learn this and know this and know that, is not there. That man has denied me that I can do what I've been saying to do there. Do you understand that it's now all interconnected?
Yes, sir.
Nation building is not a joke, and 5, 10, 20 people cannot do it. I need you to survive, and I'm not begging you. I'm not begging you to survive. You have to. If you don't have an option, I don't think it's so terrible now that we celebrate. I'm sorry to say, I don't know if you don't put this on camera. We celebrate retards in the society now. We celebrate people that are dumb. You go online, I get disgusted. Maybe. Same football news. I don't want to read anything online again. What you see and disgusting things. That's what we celebrate. If I tell you to mention 3, 4 people. It has come so bad that someone, I will not mention the name, but I believe most of you know it, that puts traditional beads on his neck has now become the voice of the voiceless in Nigeria. And all of you are sitting down here saying you are Christians. But let's be honest, I don't want to mention name, but if you know, you know. Someone that puts traditional that will tell you, he believes that this, as if you are most likely, some of you have a problem, you might go to him because he might be the one to solve it. That guy is leading the nation, and you are sitting down here breaking our chest, doing nothing. If I say how many of us are probably on the first platform in 1 year, I'm sure all of us, if you have already failing in that, where do we even start from? Your sex man is not $1. So who are you? I don't get it. I can make most people that I know that we're under this man. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be anyways. And please, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad. I just need to understand the level of urgency. How, if we leave this thing to continue to fester for the next 2-3 years, you will have to look over your shoulder to move in Nigeria. Yes, so. And not everybody can travel out. If not everybody will travel, some people have the money, try 20 times. God said, until your work is done here, you're not going anywhere. Until your work is done. See, let me just explain something to you. You are God's strategy on earth. Are you listening? See, the only institution that is capable of true transformation, now understand what I'm saying. The only institution that is capable of true transformation and building men in the world as it is now in the system is the church. Now, the secular world believes that education is what transforms you. Your parents will tell you, there's this but they will tell you that if you're educated and you follow it through, you are good. But I need to also understand something. That you see, terrorism and corruption, it needs a high level of intelligence. If you think education is a problem, most of the people that are making business decisions, they are highly educated. Yes, sir. So education is not the solution. Are you with me? For you to organize 9/11, you guys, do we all know 9/11? See, these are the problems. You don't even know 9/11. September 11, when they bomb World Trade Center, everyone want to build the nation to be already know. Have you guys heard of the World Trade Center before? I know you have heard of it. Apart from Shadi World Cup, I celebrate you. Is there anybody here among the others that have heard of 9/11 before? Apart from the pastor, World Trade Center. Let me. World Trade Center was in 2001. Yeah. There was a terrorist attack. Somehow they got into the plane and they told the pilots when they got to Israel to fly that plane into the World Trade Center. There were twin towers and thousands of people died that day. It's a national day of mourning. Do you know the level of education that you need to attain to somehow smuggle a bomb into a plane and get the pilot to drive it into that place? Do you think people like Osama bin Laden were dollars? Education is not the solution. The church is the solution. Yes, sir. And because you all see, this is the only place where you see a man. Matthew 12, he said they brought a man to Jesus Christ. The man was blind. So that problem. The man was blind and dumb. Where does someone like that start from? He's blind. One, he can't see. He is now dumb. So how does he know he wants to be? How does he express somebody that I want to be? Because he can't even see anything. He can't even see anything. That man is useless. Entirely useless. Because when Jesus Christ cast out the demons and they said, Jesus supposed to cast out the demon on the Sabbath day and all of that, and they said, okay, that I'm beyond, let's not wait till they get into cases of that. And they said, are you doing this by Beelzebub? And they said, no, the kingdom cannot be divided against itself. I'm doing this by the Spirit of God. It is only the church that can bring lasting solutions to some of the problems that we have on the earth now. And I need to let you understand, it's not just by laying on hands, because they've also told you that the hands that have been laid on you is not for this. Don't you? Jesus Christ trained the disciples not for them. He trained them to go out. Go out. If you are an anatomist, I'm an anatomist. I'm in finance. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty damn good at it. If I say I want to leave this job in 3 months, I will leave. There's some salaries you cannot give me. I won't collect it. Me, no. And I know people I have. Because this is how nation building starts. 10 years from now, you need to be, maybe you're a fashion designer, look at most people that are, maybe, let me mention names now. Vicky James, yes, she's always saying, oh, she's God. Does she claim Christ? No. They can say they're Christians. Funny how they're saved, actually. But do they proclaim, are they standing there and say, I am the beacon of Christ in fashion? If you want to come to me, at the entrance you see, oh, you are welcome to the house of God. No! And these are people that you want to be like. Instead of you to rise, be a captain of industry so that you can talk. You are supposed to be better than them. Because you have an excellent spirit inside of you. You guys don't understand that the reason why terrorism can continue to fester right now is because whoever is the chief of army staff, chief of they are not men of God. They are not built. They do not have the spirit of God in them. And even if they do, they are not disciples. They don't put that. That's why they can say, but what are you doing? We had, sorry, please cut this part out. We had somebody that was a provincial pastor in one of the